Yes, students, here we are going to discuss electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction means here two things is in use. One is electric and one is magnetism. Now what happens if we are having a one coil like this, which we have connected with a galvanometer. Galvanometer gives the indication of the flow of current. Now if we keep a magnet near to it, now what the purpose of the magnet to keep it here? The magnetic field lines are there, means it is creating a magnetic effect. ये मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट को क्रिएट कर रहा है, फील्ड को जनरेट कर रहा है. मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को जनरेट कर रहा है मींस देयर आर द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड लाइंस व्हिच आर कमिंग आउट फ्रॉम नॉर्थ टू साउथ एंड साउथ टू नॉर्थ इनसाइड. So magnetic field lines, if it is kept constant, means at a fixed position, there is no current. But as we move this magnet towards this coil or inside the coil, what happens? It indicates flow of current. It indicates the flow of current in galvanometer. The galvanometer pointer deflects. When it is moving in this direction, the magnetic field lines which are intersecting with this coil, जो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड लाइंस है वो कट कर रही है, इनको इंटरसेक्ट कर रही है दिस कॉइल के साथ में, एंड देन देयर विल बी अ फ्लो ऑफ करंट इनसाइड इट. नाउ फ्लो ऑफ करंट जो इंड्यूस हो रहा है वो मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट के कारण इंड्यूस हो रहा है, इलेक्ट्रिक करंट हो रहा है, तो इसको हमने इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक का. और ये इफेक्ट देयर इज नो direct connection, means there is no touch with the magnet and coil. So there is a flow of current. Basically what is happening, the magnetic field lines which are changing with respect to time, they are creating an EMF inside it, and when there is an EMF it causes a current to flow in the coil. If we are keeping the magnet moving like this in this direction, there is a change, continuous change in the magnetic field lines, and because of the change in the continuous magnetic field lines, they are generating a current because there is a EMF is generated, and this EMF causes a current to flow, and the galvanometer gives the indication of the flow of current. Now if we are bringing the coil in this magnet in this direction, again there is a change in the magnetic field lines, and because of the change in the magnetic field lines there is again an EMF induced in this coil. This causes a current to flow, but the direction of the current will reverse. So continuously movement of this magnet in to and fro causes a current to flow through it. It is because of the change in the magnetic field lines. मैग्नेटिक फील्ड लाइंस में चेंज हो रहा है, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड लाइंस में चेंज हो रहा है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम, इट कॉजेज अ EMF generated inside it, and this EMF causes a current to flow through it. So it is the effect which is generated because of the magnet, and because of there will be a connection, there will be no connection between them. They are kept apart. The distance is there. So finally what we are getting, an current is generated. This experiment was performed by the Faradays. Then after that, again if we are keeping a magnet fixed and this coil is moved to and fro, then again there is a change in the magnetic field lines, and this magnetic field lines causes an EMF induced in the coil, and this EMF induced in the coil causes a current to flow through it, Again, there is an indication of galvanometer in one direction. When it moves in one direction and it moves in the other direction, there will be again a flow of current. So this effect, which is observed by Faraday, is known as electromagnetic induction. Okay. So what we have got here, a coil kept fixed and it is moved. This magnet is moved to and fro. Then there will be magnetic field lines, and change in the magnetic field lines. Change in the magnetic field line causes an EMF generated in it. This EMF causes a current to flow through it. If this magnet is kept fixed, there will be no change in the magnetic field lines, there will be no EMF generated, and there will be no current. Similarly, if the coil is kept fixed, there is no movement of the coil near to magnet, then again there will be no flow of current because there is no EMF generated. No EMF generated because there is no change in the magnetic field lines. So basically, electromagnetic induction, which is explained by the Faraday, he has given Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Before going into the detail of this, now we can have another experiment over here, which is performed. If we are having a coil which is making a flow of current, there is a flow of current through it, and if we are keeping another coil on the same, and we are connecting it galvanometer. Now what happens when there is a flow of current? This current causes a magnetism inside it, means magnetic field is there, magnetic effect is there, and magnetic field is there, means the magnetic field lines are there. If these magnetic field lines are intersecting or connecting with this, they are causing an EMF induced in it like this, because this is a magnet. And if there is a change in the magnetic field lines, now how we can change the magnetic field lines? Current in this, that we can make it like this. Okay, so we can move this, and because of there is a change in the current, and there is a change in the current, because of the change in current there is a magnetic effect changes, magnetic field changes. Magnetic field change means magnetic field lines are changing, and when magnetic field lines are changing, they are causing an EMF induced in it, and this EMF causes a current to flow in it. Okay, so we can say it is the EMF which is induced itself, so we can call it as a self-induced EMF also, and because this EMF there will be a flow of current, so we can call it as a self-induction. Now if we take another coil, and if we are making the current flow through it, a variable current, a change in the current is there. And we are keeping a coil near to it in the vicinity of first coil, we can call it as a primary one, and this is secondary one. This is also a primary, which we can call it as here secondary. So if there is a change in the current which is flowing through it, if we are changing the current flowing through it, okay, so when we are changing the current in this first coil, that is a primary one, there is a change in the magnetic field lines, and when there is a change in the magnetic field lines in the secondary, means which is kept near to it, it causes an EMF generated in it. When an EMF generated in it, it causes a current to flow through it. So this current is creating here a magnetic effect that we have already studied, current flowing in a wire causes a current, causes a magnetic effect, and then there is a magnetic effect, means magnetism is there, magnetic field is there, then there will be change in the magnetic field lines, and when there is a change in the magnetic field lines, this causes an EMF generated in it. This we can call it as a mutual induced EMF. And finally we are having an induction, which we can call it as a mutual induction. So here, if we go through the electromagnetic induction, we are having two parts of it. If we are having a coil which is kept near to a magnet, kept near to it, a coil, and magnet is moved to and fro, it causes a current to flow. In this, we have got another case where what we have done, we have taken a magnet and a coil is there. Coil is rotated, our coil is moved to and fro motion. Again, there is an EMF generated. Similarly, here an electric current is used and it is causing a current to flow through it in this coil. This is a primary, and there will be a magnetism is there, and this magnetic effect causes a magnetic field as changed because of the change in the current in this. It causes a magnetic field lines to change in this coil which is kept near to it, and it causes an EMF to induce, means an EMF is generated, and when EMF is generated, it causes a current to flow through it. This is a self-induction that we can call it. Here mutual induction, when primary coil is given a current which is flowing through it, it causes a magnetic effect, means magnetic field is there, and magnetic field means it causes a magnetic field lines, and if there is a change in the current, there will be change in the magnetic field lines, and when there is a change in the magnetic field lines, then there will be flow of current because of an EMF induced in it, that is mutual induced EMF. So we can have two part of it. In one we have totally used magnet as well as coil. Here the magnetic effect is created by the current which causes an EMF induced in the another coil, and because of that we are getting an induction. So we can go through it, and this is observed by Faraday, and he has given Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Now Faraday given the law, and that law, if first we can say there is an EMF induced in the coil, if there is a change in the magnetic field lines, either there is a change in the magnetic field lines, it causes an EMF induced in it, or a current induced in it, or an EMF induced in it. Second, if we go through it, the induced EMF or the induced current depends upon the change in magnetic field lines with respect to time. So if we assume here E, that we can take E is directly proportional to d phi by dt, or we can say E and d phi by dt. Phi is the magnetic field lines which is produced. Change in the magnetic field lines. This is what? Change in the magnetic field lines. With respect to time taken. So Faraday has given on this observation the law which is known as Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, in that he has given that there is a change in the magnetic field lines. If there is a change in the magnetic field lines in the coil or a circular loop, there will be an EMF induced, and that EMF is known as induced EMF, and because of that there will be a current which is an induced current. Second, the induced EMF will depend upon the change in the magnetic field lines with respect to time. Okay. So we have gone through here with the electromagnetic inductions and Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Okay.